Hello students, this is M. Shivrajappa, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government Postgraduate College, Raichur. Today, I will be discussing about the methods of cost accounting. Then here, different methods of costing. Then according to the Gulbarga University syllabus, there are four methods we will discuss here. Then according to the syllabus, then is first model, that is methods of costing. Remaining four, the techniques of cost accounting we will discuss. That today I will discussing about the methods of cost accounting. The methods of costing. The methods or types of costing refers to the methods employed in the ascertainment of cost. Several methods have been designed to suit the needs of the different industries. Manufacturing organizations need cost accounting methods for their product requirement. They are required to establish suitable cost accounting methods for recording and collecting costs, allocating and apportioning and absorbing the cost them into products and services. They are also required to analyze and control the cost for better and effective management. The selection of cost accounting method generally depends on the particular requirements of the manufacturing firm, but basic cost accounting principles of collections, analysis, allocation and apportionment and absorption are the same in business organization. Then in every manufacturing organization, then while selecting a particular methods, it also depends upon the suitability of that particular manufacturing organization. Then there are various methods for ascertaining the cost. Then here, then while selection of a particular method or particular then cost accounting system in a particular installing particular organization, it all depends upon the requirements of the manufacturing firm. But the basic cost accounting principles of collection and analysis, allocation and apportionment and absorptions are the same. Then while selection of one manufacturing organization to another organization, but the principles followed in all the organizations, then some principles are same, but it is varies from one organization to another organization. The methods can be calculated. It can be suited the needs of different industries. According to the needs, then you can install the different methods of cost accounting in different organizations. Here there are different methods like job order costing, single or unit or output costing, batch costing, process costing, contract costing, operation costing, operating costing, multiple and composite costing. These are all different methods of costing. These methods can be broadly classified into two categories. Then one is continuous operating costing, another one is specific order costing. Then here number one, continuous operating costing. There are some manufacturing organizations which are engaged in mass production of products on continuous basis. These products are produced through continuous operations, directly sold them from stock. The products are not produced to specific requirements of the customers. Then usually, then here unique production and standard production and bulk production is there, and continuous production is there in continuous operating costing system. Then such manufacturing organizations then use this type of operating costing system. Then features of continuous operating costing system is that the process involved in production of identical of unit output and total costs are divided by number of units produced to give average cost per unit. Then under this cost of production, there is a bulk and uniform production is there, and mass production is there. Then it is a continuous production is there. There is no specific order or specific requirements of the customer. In general, the mass production is produced. Then total here you will get then total cost of product divided by number of units produced. You will get cost per unit. And then here, then this continuous operating costing system usually the follows these manufacturing organizations. Then that is output costing. Then it is a process costing, operating costing, and service costing. These are all then continuous operating costing. It is these costing methods then used or installed according to the nature of the manufacturer, the manufacturing concern, then manufacturing a particular product. Then in case of output costing, then specifically then it is a massed and unique and uniform output. Then in such cases use this output costing method. Then in case of process costing, then different stages or different processes involved in the manufacturing process. In such business manufacturing organization use this process costing system. That is in case, for example, the for oil refining industry and chemical or fertilizer industry, etc. Then in case of operating costing usually this is used in service centers like transport business, etc. Then in case of transport, then it is operating costing system is suitable. Then that's why. And then another one is service costing, like then hotel or film theaters, lodges, etc. Use this service costing system. It also then selection of all these methods. Then it is also depends upon the nature of products or nature of output. Then another one is specific order costing. It is used generally by those organizations which are engaged in production of goods as per the specific order of the individual customer. These organizations are supposed to make, assemble, or contract jobs or products to suit the demand of the individual customer. Then these specific order costing methods are used. Then where they are producing, they are collecting, and they are also making then individual products or assemble products from the different manufacturer, or they can make their own. Then in such cases, then they can collect and they can assemble then different parts, then make final or finished product. Then in such organization, then specific order costing methods are adopted. And also specifically in contract costing, this type of the specific order then comes under this method of costing system. Then usually then job costing and batch costing and costings are the specific order costing. Then here main difference between the continuous operating costing and specific order costing is that then in case of continuous operating costing, then all costs like then material, labor, and overheads are collected, allocated, and apportioned to cost centers from which these costs are averaged over the cost units produced. Then here in the continuous operating costing, then all costs like direct and indirect costs are apportioned and allocated then to the cost centers. But in case of specific order costing system, then materials, then direct expenses like material, labor, and direct costs are directly charged, directly allocated, and directly then apportioned to the cost unit. And indirect expenses like then overhead expenses then collected, allocated, and apportioned to the cost centers directly. That is why this is the main difference between then continuous operating costing and specific order costing. These main two types of costing methods. Then under this, the different methods is also comes under continuous operating costing and specific order costing. Then some of techniques has also been discussed under this syllabus. That is techniques like then standard costing, budgetary control, and margin costing, and absorption costing and informed costing. Then we will discuss later chapters. Then it is first the method of costing system, that is a continuous operating costing system. Then it is a unit or output costing system. Then here, then under this unit or output costing is a method of costing in which the costs are ascertained per unit of a single product in a continuous manufacturing activity. Then cost per unit is calculated by dividing total production cost by number of units produced. Then under this method, then usually this system is installed, this costing method is installed where manufacturing units connected with the continuous and mass production and standardized products they are producing. Then in such business organization use this cost accounting method, and you can very easily calculate then here the total cost of production by number of units produced. You will get cost per unit. Then you can calculate very easily then cost per unit of the product. Under unit or output costing, you have to calculate the cost per unit. Then how will get this cost per unit? Then that is total production cost by number of units produced. Then here, this method is also known as single costing system. Then this method is known as single costing. As industry adopted this method, manufacture in most cases a single variety of products. Then here, then only variety of goods are very uniform and single. That's why you call it as the uniform or single costing method. This method is also known as unit costing, as not only the cost of the total output but also the cost per unit of the output is ascertained under this method. Under this method, then cost units are identical, because under this unit cost or output costing system, then all units are identical or similar. That is why then it is a unit cost. Then unit cost, then you can get cost per unit. That's why you will get the you call it as the unit costing system. Thus this method is also called the output costing system, as cost is ascertained of the total output of a product. That's why this unit costing system we called in three names, that is single costing, unit costing, and output costing. One and the same. Some definitions according to the Walter W. Big defines this output costing. Unit costing method is a method of costing applied to ascertain the cost per unit or production where standard and identical products are manufactured. According to the Walter, then this method, unit costing system, where the manufacturing units, manufacturing business concern produces the standardized and identical products are manufactured. In such cases, this method is installed and also ascertain the cost per unit of the product. Then according to the Walter W. Big's opinion. Then here, cost of characteristics of unit costing system. Then production should be uniform and homogeneous. Then under this the unit costing system, then products are homogeneous and uniform units. Then and also then similar or identical products are produced. Then another characteristics is that then it is the cost unit should be physical and natural. Cost per, another one is cost per unit should be determined here, like cost per ton or cost per meter, etc. Some other features of unit costing system. Number one, then output costing is a method of costing adopted in concerns where there is a production of single product or a few grade of the same product differing only in size, shape and quality by continuous process of manufacturing. The units of production or output are identical and the cost of units are physical and natural. The first feature, in this first feature, then it is only a single and few grade products are produced, but there is a change in size, shape, quality, but it is a continuous and mass production is there. It is one feature. Then another feature is that under this method, cost per unit of output, say cost per ton, cost per barrel, per kilogram, per meter, per quintal, per bag, etc. are ascertained. Then the cost per unit of output is ascertained by dividing the total cost incurred on a particular product or during a given period of time by output produced during the period. Then here you will get cost per unit or cost per kg or cost per meter, cost per quintal, like that. Then you will get total cost of production divided by number of units produced, you will get cost per unit. Then very easily, this is another feature. Then where third feature is that where the products manufactured are of different grades. First, the cost of products are ascertained grade wise. Then the total cost of each grade of the product is divided by the number of units of that grade so as to ascertain the cost per unit of each grade of the product. Suppose you are producing ABC grade or else 1, 2, 3 grade, likewise, then accordingly we can calculate the total cost of grade 1 or total cost of grade A, then total number of units produced in grade A or grade 1, then you will get cost per unit. Then under this method, this is another basic feature of the cost accounting. Some other objectives of output or unit costing: to know the total cost of production. First objective is to total cost of production. Then classify the cost under related categories such as prime cost, works cost, etc. Then third one is to determine the effect of each element of cost and to compare cost during two periods. Then to determine proposed setting price and to earn the desired profit. To determine tender price on the basis of cost data and future prospect. These are all some objectives of the output costing. Some elements of cost under output or unit costing system. Some elements like material, labor, overheads, direct expenses and overheads. All the direct material, direct labor and direct expenses called prime cost, it is nothing but a direct expenses. The another one is overhead, it is nothing but indirect expenses. Then indirect expenses like then office and administrative expenses, factory or works overhead, and selling and distribution expenses, you call it as the indirect expenses, also call it as overhead expenses. Then here in the next coming session, I'll discuss about the different methods of cost determined under the different methods. Then cost, number one, cost sheet, statement of cost and production cost will be discussed in the next coming classes. Thank you. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.